Welcome to this explainer. We are going to completely rethink how you approach growth in your ad accounts today. It's time to shift our mindset from just blindly spending more money to actually building a rock-solid architectural blueprint for scaling your Google Ads. Look, managing a low-budget account and running a high-budget one, they're completely different games. So today, we're mapping out exactly how to build a foundation that can actually handle massive growth.
Because here's the thing, what works perfectly for a low-budget campaign where everything is simple, manual, and easy to keep an eye on, literally fractures when you try to force high-budget volume through that exact same setup. It's like trying to run a fire hose through a garden sprinkler. When your ad spend increases without the right architecture, things get incredibly complex fast. Your campaigns get messy, the data gets super muddy, and your performance, well, it becomes wildly inconsistent.
To stop your campaigns from collapsing under all that new weight, we're going to follow a 4-phase blueprint. We'll cover the scaling trap, then segmentation and intent, move into landing pages and budgets, and wrap up with data and continuous testing.
Okay, let's jump right into part 1, the scaling trap, and exactly why blind spending breaks your foundation.
It is super frustrating, but so many advertisers make the exact same mistake right out of the gate. They just throw cash into the furnace. They increase their daily budgets without making any structural changes or proper segmentation. And you might be wondering, well, why does performance drop when you add more money? Shouldn't it go up? Actually, no. A poor account structure creates huge problems at scale. You immediately run into overlapping targeting, cannibalized keywords, diluted return on ad spend, and just massive budget inefficiencies overall. The reality is, scaling isn't just spending more. It demands a highly specialized environment. A high-budget account absolutely requires clear campaign separation, intent-based targeting, controlled testing environments, and really structured data analysis. You're basically building a custom system designed to handle huge volumes of data efficiently. That's what gives you better control and way more accurate performance insights.
All right, moving on to section 2, segmentation and intent. Time to pour the concrete.
Layer 1 of our framework is all about setting up those structural beams. You absolutely have to categorize your campaigns logically from day one. You can separate them by search intent, product categories, funnel stages, or even geographic regions. A classic example is strictly separating your brand campaigns from your non-brand ones. By doing this, you're guaranteeing yourself significantly cleaner reporting data right from the jump.
Then we step into layer 2, where we have to realize that not all traffic is created equal. We need to map out the customer journey step by step to align search intent perfectly with the funnel stage. At the top of the funnel, you're capturing those educational and awareness keywords. In the middle, it's all about comparison and solution searches. And at the bottom, that's where you zero in on those high-intent, transactional keywords. Setting it up this way means you can allocate your budget strategically instead of treating every single searcher like they have their credit card out ready to buy right this second.
Next up, section 3, landing pages and budgets. This is where we build out the internal infrastructure.
Layer 3 introduces a golden rule. Honestly, one of the absolute biggest scaling mistakes you can make is sending heavy traffic to generic pages. In a high-budget setup, every single campaign has to act like dedicated plumbing, connecting directly to a highly relevant, specialized landing page path. But for those dedicated paths to actually work, there are a few non-negotiables. You absolutely need matching messaging, meaning your ad copy has to perfectly reflect what's on the page. You need clear offers, highly relevant content, and a really strong call to action. When your destination page delivers exactly what the searcher's intent promised, your conversion rates absolutely soar. Plus, and this is a great bonus, Google actually rewards that relevance by boosting your overall quality scores.
Now, for layer 4, think of your budget allocation as a strict blueprint. Instead of just spreading your money evenly across all campaigns and crossing your fingers, you have to prioritize your spend. You need to allocate budget based on conversion performance, return on ad spend, the search intent we just talked about, and overall customer value. AI bidding systems in Google Ads are great, but it's your underlying account structure that actually dictates how efficiently those algorithms can spend your money.
Finally, we're at section 4, data and continuous testing. Let's install the security system.
Layer 5 demands a really robust reporting infrastructure. You've got to have dedicated tracking for exact metrics like your cost per acquisition, return on ad spend, funnel conversion rates, and search term performance. Look, scaling requires you to meticulously track these trends across all your campaigns.
Why? Because without perfectly clean data, making scaling decisions is incredibly risky. You'd basically be flying blind at 100 miles an hour.
And that brings us to layer 6, our final layer, a continuous testing framework. High-budget accounts should be constantly optimizing without disrupting current performance. We're talking relentless testing of ad copy, landing pages, audience segments, the whole shebang. And hey, you can even lean on AI tools like ChatGPT to help generate ad variations and speed up your ideation process. It's a real game changer for maintaining structural improvement.
So, when we do a final inspection, the contrast is just undeniable. With a poor structure, you're stuck with confusing, overlapping campaigns, really inconsistent reporting, and totally wasted budget. But with a strong structure, you get clear separation, incredibly clean data, and easiest of all, genuinely profitable scaling. That is the true power of getting your account architecture right. I want to leave you with this final thought today. Take a really hard look at your current setup. Is your advertising foundation built to scale effortlessly, or is it destined to break the second you turn up the budget?